In my last video, I showed you how to create consistent characters across multiple scenes, and I also promised you that I will show you how to turn those images into actual videos. So in this video, I'm going to take those images and turn them into a complete talking scenes where two or more characters can talk and interact without the AI mixing up their dialogue. I'll show you how I do it using Grog AI and Flow AI. But there's one small thing you need to understand about how you structure each shot that makes the whole scene flow much better. Before we get into it, let me show you an example video I created.
What's this? Something I should have given you years ago. This is from my parents' accident. Everything the police returned to us. Why do you still have it?
Step 1. Get your scenes ready. So this is the scene I created in the previous tutorial. You can see that this scene already has multiple shots. For example, shot 1, shot 2, shot 3, and shot 4. They flow into each other. Now, before I start generating anything, I already have the dialogue for the scene ready. That is very important because you don't want to start generating the video first and then decide on what the character should say afterwards. So for every shot, I already know who is speaking, what they are saying, what action is happening in that shot. If you haven't watched the previous video, I talked about how to generate this continuous shot. Then go and watch that video after watching this particular video. I'll leave the link to that video in the video description and also in the comment section of this video. Remember, this is a continuous series. I want to show you exactly how to create professional AI drama videos. So with that being said, these are all the images. So this is shot 1 image, shot 2, shot 3, shot 4, shot 5, shot 6. So I prepared these images. I talked about that in my previous video, so don't forget to go and watch that video. So for this first method, I'll show you how to use Grog AI to do this. Then in our second method, I will show you how to use Flow AI to also do this. Come down here where you see this plus icon, click on that, click on upload, and from here you can upload the media. That's the shot we want to use. Step 2, break the scenes into small shots, and this is where I want you to pay close attention. Now our image has been uploaded. Now we need to go back to our prompt and then we'll copy our entire shot 1 and then come back to Grog AI. In the text box area here, we need to paste in that entire shot. So this is the entire shot 1. What we need to do now is to upload the shot 2. So I'm going to click on media. Even though this is one scene, I'm not going to generate the entire shot in one go. I'm going to work with it shot by shot. So at this point, this is our shot 2. We need to upload shot 2 and then this is our shot 3. Now I want to combine shot 1, shot 2, shot 3 so that they can flow into each other. So upload the entire shot you created. That's from shot 1, shot 2, shot 3, shot 4. Even if it gets up to shot 6, you need to upload all of them onto Flow and then we can pick the images to use anytime we want to use. So for this shot 1, this is how I'm going to edit this prompt. Now this is where many people get the wrong character speaking. The AI can see the people in the image, but the AI doesn't automatically know who is who in your image. So before the dialogue, I described each character. For example, so for this particular shot 1, this is the description I'm going to give. So this is the Ethan in this particular story, and then this is the grandfather in this story. This is how your description will now look like. So Ethan, which is the guy sitting down, this particular one, and then the grandfather with white hair. So you need to use something that is very unique to each character when you are giving this description so that this AI will understand who is who in your image. Then you need to come down here and then for the shot 1, hold shift on your keyboard and press Alt. If you are using your mobile phone to do this, you press Alt on your keyboard and it will bring out the images you have uploaded for you to select from. So select image 1. Now our image 1 has been selected, meaning that this shot 1 belongs to image 1. All right. If it gives you duration, remove the duration from there. Now this particular point is very important. If you come down here, we have the end frame. Now we need to take this up, put a column there. So for this particular end frame, this end frame now moves into the next scene. That is the shot 2. So we want it to flow from shot 1 into shot 2. Before the end frame, you need to enter Alt and then you select shot 2. This is our shot 2. So this is shot 1. The grandfather comes with the box. At the end of this shot 1 frame, we want it to end whereby the father already approached the desk and then drop the box on the text. So that's the reason why we are adding the end frame as shot 2. So we need to enter at, add it as shot 2. If you want to have shot 3 in this particular scene also, you need to come here and click on this image. I've added shot 3. Hold shift on the keyboard, then enter so that you can come down. Now we go back to our prompt, copy shot 2. Now this shot 2 includes the dialogue that these characters are supposed to say. Then go back here. ChatGPT will give you all of this. If you have watched my previous video, then you will understand this part. So I'll paste in our shot 2. So for the shot 2, it includes the dialogue that these characters are saying. So this is an important point. Now, the reason why we use this particular description for each of these characters is because when we have dialogue, this AI will know who is who and who is to say what in that particular scene. Now, pay attention also. We use the exact name here, Ethan, and the exact name, grandfather. If you come down to our dialogue, you will notice that for this dialogue, it uses grandfather. So the name you have in your dialogue should be the exact name you use in your description when describing each of these characters. This is very important. If the character is called Vanessa in the description, use Vanessa in the dialogue. Take the dialogue backward and then enter a colon, and what the characters are saying should be in the quotation mark like this. That clean structure gives the AI fewer things to misunderstand. This is how you edit your dialogue. We do the same thing for the grandfather. So after everything, your full prompt should look something like this. So for this end frame, I need to use this shot 3. So the shot 3 should be the end frame. So basically what I'm doing here is this. I use shot 1 as the starting frame from the beginning of the video. Then shot 2 will be the end frame for the shot 1 generation. Then shot 2 will be the first frame for the shot 2 generation. And then shot 3 will end the shot 2 generation. So when I'm going on to generate the shot 3, which I will show you in this video for those that will stay behind, I will use the shot 3. I'll use the shot 3 image as the beginning frame for the shot 3 generation, and then use shot 4 image as the end frame for the shot 3 generation. So now that we have entered this, I'll select my video duration, which is 15 seconds, and then select the aspect ratio, then click on send. If you only have access to a 10-second generation, it means you don't have more access to have a larger scene in your video. So what you are going to do, you are going to generate your scene segment by segment, meaning you can only generate 2 scenes together. That's shot 1 and shot 2 together. Don't try to generate a longer scene because that will not accommodate, and the AI will try to fix everything into each other, then leading to having mistake in your generation. So let's see how the video looks like.
What's this? Something I should have given you years ago.
You can see that each character says what it's supposed to say. But now, even when the prompt is correct, the AI can still make mistakes sometimes. And if that happens, check these things. Did you clearly describe each character? Did you use the same character names everywhere? Are the characters visually different enough? Is the dialogue too long? And are you trying to do too many actions in one shot? If the shot is too complicated, then you need to simplify it. That usually helps. Now, let me show you the same idea inside Flow AI. Remember, this particular one, we are going to start from the shot 3 because we have already generated shot 1 and shot 2. Your description is very important. So I'll paste in my description right here, and then we'll go to our prompt. We are generating for shot 3. I'm going to copy the entire shot 3. For the shot 3, there's no dialogue. So I'm going to come over to Flow. Now I'll paste in the shot 3. Remember, you remove this duration from here. Now from here, I'm going to add in my images. Hold shift on my keyboard, enter add. And from here, I can select add to prompt. So you can see that image has been added as our shot 3 beginning frame. Now we need to come to our end frame. So for the end frame, it will now be our shot 4. I'll click on add. So this is the image for that particular shot 4. So I'll add that as the end frame for our shot 3. So now we need to come down, hold shift so that you can come down. We go to our prompt. We'll copy our shot 4. I think this should have a dialogue. So copy shot 4, come back to Flow, and then we'll paste in our shot 4. We are going to use the image for shot 4 as the beginning frame for this shot 4. Remember, we use that image as the end frame for shot 3. So we use the shot 4 image as the end frame for shot 3. Now we are going to use this as the beginning frame for shot 4 so that they flow. So I'll enter as, and then this is the image. So I'll add that. So this is how it will now look like. Remove the duration so that the AI doesn't stick to duration. Edit our dialogue accordingly. So this is our dialogue. Remember to put your colon and put what the characters are saying in the quotation marks. So I'm going to come down, and then here I will write no background music because I don't want any background music. But if you want that, then you can add back. You can skip this particular part. For the shot 4 end frame, we will use shot 5 as the end frame for that. After that, send it, and your video is going to be generated for those of you using Flow. But one downside on Flow is that sometimes when you want to generate a perfect realistic videos like this, Flow will tell you that it is against their policy generating prominent people. So that is the more reason why I use Grog AI. So let's generate that same scene using Grog AI. So I've sent it, and now let's see the result.
This is from my parents' accident. Everything the police returned to us. Why do you still have it?
And once you understand this workflow, you can use the same method for arguments, romantic scenes, family conversations, door entrances, office scenes, dinner scenes, or almost any type of drama sequence. If you haven't watched the first tutorial where I showed you how to create these consistent continuous images, I'll leave the link to that video in the video description and also in the comment section of this video for you to go and watch that video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in that video.